Hello, hello. Welcome to today's podcast episode. Now, I know that I've been talking a lot about manifestation, signs from the universe, and I was going to give it a little bit of a pause and start talking about emotions. However, I realized after I finished sharing my answer to Melanie's question on why she self-sabotages with her manifestation is I forgot to circle back and talk about the gratitude piece. And it is something that I have been talking a lot about with my groups and with my one-to-one clients. So I thought, let me follow up with gratitude and desire, also how I'm focusing on this at the moment. And this is really what I want to use this podcast for, because I have a lot of themes, a lot of patterns play out in my groups. So I always share it with my one-to-one clients, with my groups, these themes, these patterns. And I also believe that it is also for you to hear. Okay, so I talked about the importance of gratitude, and I'm pretty sure I was going to touch base on it again in regards to Melanie's manifestation question, because it is such an important piece to help you move from manifesting from a place of lack into a place of abundance. Okay, so I'll answer this first and then I'll talk about my personal experience so you can relate to it a little bit easier and better. So it's a good idea to just be aware about where your desires and what you desire to manifest come from. So your intention is really important with anything you do, down to the treatments you choose to pursue, the way you eat your food, intention, intention, intention. Okay, but what is the energy that it comes from? Are you wanting to manifest this thing because you feel like you need to, because you feel like you don't have enough? Or are you manifesting from a place where you feel like, I really have got everything that I need, and I'm so grateful for this. And if I can manifest this desire, it would just be the cherry on top. It would be amazing. So really, are you desiring to manifest from a place of lack, or are you desiring to manifest from a place of abundance? And you can probably guess which one is the better one to be intently manifesting from. And if you're not, it is great if you can shift yourself into manifesting from a place of abundance. So one simple practice on how you can do this, and something I'm focusing on myself, is gratitude practice. And what I've been sharing with my clients is that this is one of those concepts, one of these practices that a lot of people talk about, a lot of people preach, and it just kind of landed for me on slightly deaf ears for me personally over the last handful of years. But this really is 2024, the year for me to play with some of these concepts and commit to them and see what happens if I'm actually able to commit to it. So I have started a gratitude practice, and my friend I mentioned gave me this Dreamy Moons journal. I don't actually journal on a regular basis, but it's something that I am committing to. So I usually recommend that people journal to document the milestones and all the negative stuff and all the things they don't like and their fears. They save that for the release process. They allow a bit of energy to be put onto the negative and all the things that they don't want and all their fears for a small pocket of time. And that's using the release process that I teach. Otherwise, I prefer people to document their milestones, their celebrations, because it feels like we'll remember it in the moment. But we go through our highs, we go through our lows, we go through our wins and celebrations, and then we are hit with a challenge. It's just the cycle of nature. It's the rhythm, it's the pattern that happens. But I wondered if journaling daily would actually support me. So I still do my own release processes, especially when challenges show up and they tend to hit me all at once. And I listen after about the sixth time. But this Dreamy Moons journal that I was given is absolutely beautiful. It also is very intentional around the moon. The moon is not something that I pay a lot of attention to, but I have been looking at the dates and where the moon is and the cycles of emotions and moods that you could be in or tap into during the moon cycles and phases. So one of the things at the end of each day is you record your gratitude and you record your mood. And I also realize, because sometimes I'll skip a few days and I try and backtrack to just make all of the days filled out, I realize how much I can forget what happened in a day, even though a day was amazing. So maybe I wasn't very present in that day. But this is helping me cultivate a gratitude practice. And I've also taken it to another level. So gratitude is really being grateful for what you have now and what you have had in the past, and maybe what you have had that's gotten you to where you are right now. And gratitude, being grateful, we hear a lot about it. It definitely is that more positive vibration and frequency. And it works on the concept that the higher the vibration and frequency we operate at, our thoughts have a vibration frequency, our actions have a vibration frequency, our words have a vibration frequency. And when we operate at the vibration frequency of a higher vibe, we will tend to attract more of that. And so for some reason, it's just really landed for me, and I've taken the baby steps and I've tried to dabble it in the past, and I've never stayed really committed to it. So this journaling practice is something that I'm exploring. And I'm also going through in my mind and even speaking out loud. And I've got some of my close girlfriends that I share with. I'm just sending a message for what I am grateful for, big or small. Just really finding the gratitude in every day, every moment, especially because I've been sharing with my groups, is I do find it very easy to go into, well, what if it doesn't work? I still get those feelings. What if it all goes wrong? These are all the things I don't want to happen. Like if a friend tells me, what do you want to happen? I will usually start with all the things I don't want to happen. Like, no, 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 no. What do you want to happen? So it's something that I'm very aware of, and all the what ifs could go wrong. There is also an equal and possible chance that that doesn't happen, and all the things could go right beyond your wildest dreams, beyond what you believe to be possible. Okay. So it is a really good way to pull yourself out of that mindset. And some of you might stay in that for hours or days or weeks or months, hopefully not that long. But I don't just bypass with a gratitude practice. Okay, I still process my emotions. I still work with a deeper root as to why my mind maybe goes to this place. So it is going into a journal that I have at the moment and writing down what I'm grateful for. It is thinking it, what I'm grateful for, it's speaking it out loud, and then I share it. And I always say that sharing it is that next level of the thing manifesting. So a lot of the time people are too scared to share because what if it doesn't happen? But I have been sharing with my groups and my clients more and more the things that I'm working on, because it's so fun to take them on the journey, especially when I get to celebrate the thing coming to physical manifestation into fruition. Okay, coming to fruition. And they know the story and they know the journey behind it. So in the past, I used to just quietly tick away, maybe work with my coach, and then I would celebrate and share the thing after the fact. But I do that still, and I share the things that are in progress, because I've really loved that when I've been working with other people or watching other people online, that the thing that they say they desire to manifest, when it comes to it and they've manifested it, it's just a bigger celebration. More people are on board, really anchoring that in. Because what I spoke about on that podcast specific to Melanie's question is that quite often people are missing the celebration when they actually achieve the desire or they achieve their goal. And that's where it can become a chase to, like, you don't even know what you're chasing. Okay, so anchor in your celebration once you achieve your goal, once you achieve your desire. And how do you get into manifesting from a place of abundance? A gratitude practice is one way. It is a technique. And at the root of it all, please don't bypass your emotions or try and override things with a gratitude practice. I know some people will teach, and it is possible that you could just do your gratitude practice and everything changes. But I have different opinions. Anyway, something to fit for all. So another example of gratitude practice is where you put your attention, energy flows. And people will notice that when they want to get pregnant or they're pregnant, all of a sudden they just see pregnant people and they hear stories about pregnant people. Or they want a car and then all of a sudden they realize, oh my gosh, everyone else has got this car. So you get to see it more because where your attention goes, your energy flows. And the more gratitude you put out there, it's a higher vibration, a higher frequency. You're also going to receive and have more things to have gratitude for. Okay. So that's gratitude practice. And then desire. So gratitude and desire is something that I've really been talking about. Gratitude is accepting everything that you have, being grateful for everything that you have now in the present and in the past and everything that's led you to this point. And desire is what you are yet to attain, what you're yet to experience in the future. So you dance with both. I have a very diplomatic view about things. So a desire is... Actually, if I just backtrack, my brain works a million hours, a million miles an hour. I didn't even get that sentence right. Is you wouldn't have the desire unless it was possible for it to come to fruition. I really loved it when I heard this, and I think it might have been in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, is that you wouldn't have the desire unless it was actually humanly possible. It's a really great book. It is something that I use in my vision and manifestation teachings. I get my clients to write out a desire statement. There's 13 success principles with Think and Grow Rich, and the first one is desire. So have your desire and also put your attention on what you desire. So if I bring this back to my personal story, I think it's the easiest way to learn is as I navigate the next version of myself that I feel like I'm ready to up level, the next level of myself that I feel like I am ready to embody, what I am doing is I have made that decision. And whilst I wait in this gap, I have my journal where I can look back at my celebrations and my milestones, but I'm really anchoring into gratitude and desire practice. So gratitude I've already covered, and the desire is I am thinking about it. I am reading about it. It's my thing that I speak out every day when I come home from school, school dropping off Violet, I speak it out loud. So I think it, I write it, I speak it, I add to all these levels of vibration and frequency, and then I share it with my friends, I share it with my groups, I share it with my clients, and I feel like that is the next step. So focusing on my desire, just knowing and really tapping into how is it going to feel, how is it going to look, how is it going to sound, how is it going to taste, what is it going to smell like when this thing happens, and so it is, and so it is done. So those are my tips to add on. And it was a topic that I was going to speak to, but everything happens as it is. I messaged Melanie, I'm like, by the way, I forgot to talk about gratitude. So summary is you've got to work out what place and energy are you and what intention are you manifesting from? Is it from I lack this and I don't have enough? Or is it I have enough already and it would be amazing and put the cherry on top to experience this? And how you can tap into manifesting from a place of abundance, I have more than enough, is to practice gratitude on a daily and a regular basis. And also put your energy and your attention, or rather your attention so your energy flows, onto what you desire. And many of my clients will know that I'm always harping on, what do you desire? What do you desire? And when they achieve a goal, a desire that they thought was once impossible, when I get to work with them, I know that they've got to redo their vision all over again and then recognize what they're capable of and what is the next step. Anchor in the celebration, you've achieved it, the desire, the goal. What is the next thing that you desire? So gratitude, desire, I hope you are able to bring that into your practice. And before any of that, process your emotions, empty out your emotional cup, and create space for more so you can manifest everything that you want in your life, everything that you desire.